So I have to admit, I walked out of this movie and one of the things I thought was, is there anything Elizabeth Banks can't do?
Oh,
honestly, because I'm
thank
like,
you.
yeah, she's a dramatic comedic. She could produce.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's crazy to me. But it's funny, too, and I tried to describe it to a friend of mine today, and I'm like, well, it's like a combination of Bring It On,
Yes.
Dashing Mean Girls,
Yes.
Spicy Glee,
Yeah.
and kind of the documentary Spellbound.
Oh,
Love
sure,
that.
we love that.
Like passionate and
Yes,
focused
exactly,
and
yeah.
crazy.
Really explores a world that nobody's really seen before, yeah.
Yeah, well, what was the tone that you wanted to strike with it?
Pretty much that. You know, we sold the movie to Universal as Bring It On in the world of acapella. We also talked a lot about Superbad. We thought, we sold it right after Superbad came out, and we thought, what would the guys in Superbad do when they got to Dartmouth? Because that's where they're going at the end of that movie. It's like, well, they're not going to be frat guys. Like, they're going to do a cappella. They're like weirdos, you know? But they're winners inside, and they know if they get a chance to be on stage, they'll be able to show that off. And that's what we loved about this movie. Just really interesting, fun characters who have wish fulfillment at the end, you know, get to be rock stars.
But you and Kay Cannon had wanted to write a script about an a cappella group before this book even came out.
No, she actually, what happened was we found this book. My husband and I found the book, and it's about 4 groups who go to the national finals, one of which was in fact the first all-female group. It's a you know, real life tale. And Kay and I were talking about just trying to find something to work on together, and she was pitching me some ideas, and I said, you know, we just read this book. Like, would you want to do this maybe? Like, I think this is a really fun world. And she jumped in like feet first. So
Yeah.
that's how that happened.
Well, when you came on board, what sort of spoke to you about her? What did you think was a rich? I mean, there's so many opportunities for comedy.
Yeah, Kay wrote a great script with
She
some
did.
fantastic characters, and there's so many kind of weirdos and outsiders and I, you know, wanted to see them sing, and I wanted to see them triumph and win. So it was drawn to it because of the comedy and the music, which it has both.
Right, and you have such a strong background, obviously.
In both, yeah.
In both. Can we speak for a moment about the Statler and Waldorf of collegiate a cappella commentators?
John and Gail.
Yes. That had me crying. And then I interviewed Kay earlier, and she said that was mostly improv. Was there anything that you were drawing on for that? Or...
You know, John Higgins and I are old friends, and we just want to make each other laugh. You know, we have a real easy rapport with each other, and we'll go with anything that the other person says. We'll just say, okay, yeah, let's go in that direction. And, you know, I was really lucky because I was on set every day, so I was sort of intimate with what we were going to watch. You know, we'd already filmed all the scenes of the kids singing and dancing, so I knew all the choreography. I knew the song choice. And he didn't, so he had a monitor. He was sort of watching it all for the first time, and so you get that really great dynamic.
Yeah.
We wanted to feel like we were old friends. We had a long history that, you know, that we were reliving our glory days, if you will. And he's fantastic.
I think it's such a great example of why the movie works, because it's like familiar tropes in a really unfamiliar world.
Yes.
But they
Yeah.
never feel like stereotypes. Can you talk, and that's not something that is easy to do. It's
No.
rare. So can
Yeah.
you talk about how you struck that balance?
Well, again, Kay created a lot of these characters, you know, sort of looking for there are a lot of familiar characters in college campuses, you know what I mean? Like the kind of outsider and the weirdo and the nerd and the Star Wars lover and the singer,
jocks
the
and
jock.
yeah.
You know, we talk about the Breakfast Club, and that sort of started the idea of those tropes, but you always want to make them feel like real characters, so we found these great actors to kind of flesh them out and make them feel a little left of center and a little more full and have heart. So that was part of how we did it, was cast great actors.
Okay, well, I challenged your cast to do a freestyle pitch for the movie. I don't know if you want to go there. You don't have to. Or do you have a favorite line that you would like everybody to have? I think there's so many quotable lines. Is there one that you would love to
There
take
really
off?
are so many great lines. Gosh.
That's my jam, my lady jam.
My lady jam. I ate my twin in the womb.
That's a good one.
That's my favorite.
That's a good one to drop into casual conversation.
Yeah, she's fantastic. I set joys to feel fire. I set fire to feel joy. I set fire to feel joy.
Too.
That's good too.
Okay.
What did I
See,
do?
improv.
I love it. Okay, thank you guys so much. We love the movie.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and join us at amctheaters.com, and watch one of our other AMC Movie News videos below.